Today we're doing a demonstration on kinetic sand. Our ingredients are 1 cup of sand, 2 quarter cups of cornstarch. We have 1 tablespoon of dish soap and a quarter cup of water. What we're going to do is we're going to mix the sand, the cornstarch, and the dish soap. We're going to add that. We're going to mix that up really well. Then we're going to add a quarter cup of water, mix it again, and then a cup and quarter of cornstarch, the second cup, and then we're going to let it stand for a couple of hours. The kinetic sand is made of polymers. Polymers are molecular compounds, either natural or synthetic, that have many repeating units called monomers. When you buy kinetic sand from the store, the polymer chains are within the silicone oil that they use to make that type of kinetic sand. These make the sand particles stick together to form the balls or the consistency of the material. When you're making the kinetic sand from household products, the cornstarch is the natural polymer because it consists of amylopectin and amylose, which affect the polysaccharide chain. These are natural polymers. These bio-based polymers have the capability to substitute the petroleum-based polymers which you find in the kinetic sand that's in the stores. The soap is actually what's going to give it the squishy texture, but the cornstarch, the starch part of the cornstarch, is what's going to keep this, keep it all together. So we're going to mix. We're going to come over here and we're going to mix these. Alright, so we're going to, if you can see here in my bowl, we have the sand, and I'm going to mix the cornstarch. So the quarter cup of cornstarch, and the dish soap, can you see me? See how it starts to clump a little bit? Then I'm going to add the water. And now you get the consistency of having that smooth texture. Almost looks like cake batter. And then we're going to add more cornstarch. It's supposed to be a quarter cup, but I had to add, if you let it sit, the water rises a little bit, and you can see it on the top, so you can always add extra cornstarch if you need to. See, the cornstarch will immediately make it start clumping again. You're really going to mix it in well. I didn't use the first video that I saw on our website because unfortunately the girl was like all over the place, so I looked for a different video and I found this one. So this one seemed to work pretty well. And like I said, you can always keep adding cornstarch to make it thicker, because you want to have that not water consistency, like you don't want it to be too watery. You're gonna have to let it sit a few minutes, an hour or so. I think I let my other one sit for 2 hours. But you can see it's like having that little not so liquid consistency. Okay. So now, if you let that sit for a couple hours, it ends up looking like this. And then when you get it, you just mix it a little bit. Do you see how it's kind of like, so it looks like, it feels like sand actually. So I think the longer you let it sit, the better off you are. And you can mold it. And then if you lift it up, you can see it crumbles. Can you see it? I probably could sit here and play with this all night, but so that's my demonstration of kinetic sand.